Hello, and welcome to Broadcast News. I'm Mark Rossman. On this week's edition, you will hear about two police officers who were commended in Jackson, the denial of a charter school's plan to expand, and the 2016 Monmouth County budget. Members of the Howell Planning Board are examining an application that seeks to reopen a dormant gas station and to build a convenience store at the same location. Representatives of Gill Petroleum are seeking approval to rebuild a British Petroleum gas station and add a convenience store at Route 9 North and Wyckoff Mills Road in Howell. Soil and groundwater contamination occurred at the abandoned gas station, and BP has conducted remediation work at the property. Testimony from the applicant's professionals revealed that site soils are now compliant with State Department of Environmental Protection standards. However, two wells on the site have tested above standards. Howell Mayor Bill Gatto, who sits on the planning board, sought assurances from the company's professionals that any deviations from environmental standards would be addressed if the development application moves forward. Testimony on the Gill Petroleum application is expected to resume before the board in April. With more news, here is Jennifer Amato.
More than 200 charges of animal cruelty have been lodged against Just Pups in East Brunswick. The New Jersey Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals announced 267 counts have been filed because several animals purchased at the pet store were deemed unfit for sale by veterinarians after being purchased. The charges stem from the lack of adequate infection control procedures, poor and improper veterinary care, and the commingling of sick animals with new animals just brought into the premises. The charges filed against owner Vincent Losacco carry fines around $100,000. However, Losacco denies the multitude of charges and said it was not just for his business to be shut down last week. He also said the facility had already been undergoing improvements such as disinfecting the store, installing mesh flooring, buying new trays and feeders, and painting the interior. A public hearing will be held on March 7th in East Brunswick Municipal Court regarding revoking the pet store's license. For more information, see this week's East Brunswick Sentinel.
A situation that could have turned fatal was handled by two Jackson police officers who have since been commended for their efforts. At 11:30 p.m. February 21st, officers Anthony Riso and Phil Minasale responded to a home in Jackson and were told that a 51-year-old man was in a room and armed with a large knife. The officers were told the man had ingested a combination of medications. The officers entered the room and saw a man they knew from previous encounters sitting on a couch holding a large steak knife against his abdomen. After a 30-minute conversation between the officers and the resident, the man surrendered the knife without harming anyone. He was transported to a hospital for treatment. A police department administrator said Riso and Minasale displayed professionalism and restraint that kept the incident from escalating, and said the officers' actions prevented a possible fatality. New Jersey Commissioner of Education David Hespe has denied an application by the Red Bank Charter School to expand its enrollment from 200 to 400 students. The charter school's application was opposed by many residents and school district officials who asserted that directing more money to the charter school to pay for more students to attend would have a negative impact on the education provided to pupils in Red Bank's other two public schools. Hespe based his decision on the charter school's application and public comment that had been made about the issue while it was under consideration. Administrators of the charter school said they were disappointed in the commissioner's decision and called it a missed opportunity to have served Red Bank and more of the borough's economically disadvantaged pupils. And now, here is Tim Morris with sports.
The Middletown South High School girls basketball team has enjoyed unparalleled success the last 4 years. The Eagles have won 4 straight A North Division titles for the first time and sported an astonishing 48-0 record during that time. Last winter, South's girls captured their first ever state championship, Group 3. This week, the Eagles began the defense of their championship at the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament, where they won their first round game against West Hampton 55-16. Throughout this remarkable run, number 12, Stephanie Cars, has been South's catalyst. She can do it all on the court. Here, an offensive rebound. Here, a clean steal. As the Eagles warmed up for state tournament play with this easy victory over state playoff-bound Red Bank Regional in Middletown. Another defensive play by Carrs here leads to another turnover and allows her to show her versatility as she will score on a post move. Moving without the ball will lead to another 2 points for the 1,000-point career scorer. The Eagles show their teamwork with these picks and screens that free her up. She's also an excellent teammate. Here, she will pass and set a screen for teammate Alexandria Balsamo, which frees her up to connect on a three-pointer. Perhaps her greatest value to the team is her anticipation on defense. She is magnificent at making steals and creating turnovers that lead to easy points, like right here. This is Tim Morris for Greater Media Newspapers.
In sports, every battle comes with a start time. But our battles don't begin with a coin flip, and they don't end when the whistle blows. Our opponents, wind, rain, time, and chance, are always present. We wage a battle against darkness, against powerlessness. We're fighting right now, a team of more than 9,000. And if you don't notice us, that means we're winning.
Here is Christine Barsha.
Monmouth County's 2016 budget reflects reductions in spending and in taxes. Spending has dropped by $18 million, from $488 million in 2015 to $470 million in 2016, according to the budget introduced by the Board of Freeholders. Less spending will bring about a decrease in the tax levy. In 2015, the county collected $307 million from property owners. This year, the tax levy has dropped by more than $4 million to $302.5 million. One factor working in the budget's favor was the sale of the county's 2 care centers to private operators. The sale occurred in late 2015. The John L. Montgomery Home in Freehold Township and the Geraldine L. Thompson Home in Wall Township were operated by the county for decades. But in recent years, the 2 facilities resulted in multi-million-dollar drains on the county budget, according to the freeholders. The sale of the care centers generated $32.4 million in revenue and has permanently eliminated the cost of operating the facilities from taxpayers, according to freeholder John Curley. Curley said the sale of the 2 nursing homes produced savings across the board in the budget. Monmouth County continues to hold a AAA bond rating from all 3 bond rating agencies. The freeholders are expected to adopt the 2016 budget later this month.
Thank you for joining us. Please visit gmnews.com next week for a new edition of Broadcast News.